is awareness scary for most of us? Awareness is scary because it means acknowledging our shadow, all of the parts we have repressed, we are ashamed of, and we don't want to acknowledge within ourselves. Because our shadow reflects the hardest and most ashamed parts of ourselves. It will reflect your insecurities, your jealousy, your wounds, how you really think of others, how you can be evil sometimes. And for most of us, it's scary to acknowledge this part of ourselves because since it doesn't seem as a good part of ourselves, we think it's better to ignore it instead of acknowledge it. All of us have a part of us that have the shadow. And the shadow is not a bad thing. It's where it can give you direction and guide you towards what you have learned since you were young, or certain formed beliefs in your mind that isn't completely true. If you're someone that wishes downfall on other people, when you start to understand why you wish downfall on other people, it probably comes from the fact that you don't think you would ever be able to go that far for yourself. You wish your own limiting beliefs onto other people. If you're someone that has trust issues, that wants to be unfaithful to your partner, you're gonna assume that your partner is cheating, that is unfaithful. If you're someone that's jealous of other people's success, it means you wish that you could have that success. You want this ability to also get there. All of those things makes you discover parts of yourself, beliefs that you could reframe once you decide to acknowledge your shadow and work with it. The problem of us, most of us, is that we see it as a bad thing. But the thing is that you either let your shadow control you by staying delusional, by thinking you're perfect, and it's just gonna project outwards in your relationships, in your life, and you're gonna think you're always the victim when you're not. You're just letting your ego control you, thinking you're perfect because your ego wants to defend themselves towards what they think they're perfect. Your ego wants to protect who you are, so when it realizes that you have some work to do on yourself, it doesn't really want to acknowledge that. It doesn't really want to acknowledge that, especially the shadow part, because the shadow part is the parts of us that if we tell that to someone else, they're gonna judge us. But the thing is, we all have it. We all have it. And the moment it's either you don't work with it and you let it control you and it's gonna project outwards, or you work with it and you step into truth of who you are, of your life, and into truth, you're not gonna be controlled anymore and you're gonna fully accept yourself. Because if you don't accept your shadow, you will never truly fully accept yourself because you are not acknowledging all of who you are. And when you acknowledge your shadow and you decide to understand how to work with it and not against it by repressing it, by ignoring it, by thinking you're perfect, the thing is that even if you decide to ignore it, it's still gonna control you. So you have two choices, you have two options. Either it controls you in a bad way where you're never gonna evolve, you're never gonna truly discover yourself, understand yourself, because your shadow is undiscovered answers towards what you need to heal, towards what you need to fulfill within yourself. Your jealousy, the fact that you're envious, you wish bad things onto other people, you can change it, but you're not gonna change it by ignoring your shadow. You're not gonna change it like that. And when you decide to acknowledge it and instead understand it, you're accepting all of who you are and you're deciding to work with yourself instead of being in denial of who you are. So that is one of the reasons why awareness is so powerful. It gives you ultimate freedom and power towards oneself, towards your soul, towards what you can evolve, improve. And my ego, once I understood the fact that acknowledging those parts of myself were leading me somewhere, is the moment I transformed my life for the better, because I'm not afraid anymore to understand those parts of myself, because I know that if I don't acknowledge them, they'll always control me. If I don't try to understand them and to let myself have the freedom to let go of those beliefs, of those things, well, I'm never gonna truly be the real best version of myself. The thing is that you guys want to ignore it, so it isn't part of you anymore. But the thing is, when you acknowledge it, that's when after it doesn't become a part of you anymore, because You finally understood where it comes from, and your ability to reframe your mindset, your perception, your actions is what's gonna get you to let go of this thing, not ignoring it, not being ashamed of it. And you have to remember that ignoring it is still gonna make it be there. Acknowledging it is gonna make you be able to let go of it, understand it, and get you a fully more developed understanding of yourself. And it's such a beautiful thing. Like, it truly made me love myself more, because when you acknowledge all of who you really are and you're not ashamed, you become unstoppable. Like, no one can tell me anything, and I don't care about what anyone thinks about me anymore. I've understood all of who I am completely, that now it's like I know how I think, I know what I want, I know what I expect, what I don't settle for. Like, I know my insecurities, I know my strengths, I work with them. It makes you be so close to yourself and truly love yourself, accept yourself, and just honestly, like, it made me not care anymore about what other people think. Because when you truly acknowledge all of who you really are, no one can stop you. Like, genuinely, you just accept who you are. No, not many people accept themselves nowadays, and it's the best gift I could have given myself. Like, I'm telling you guys, don't be afraid of awareness, projection, understand it. Like, genuinely understanding. I'm obsessed with understanding all of my actions, all of my patterns, because understanding them is what led me to where I am today. My successful career, my successful relationships, my successful jobs, all of those things came from the fact that I did the inner work to understand the parts I was ashamed of, the parts I wanted to repress. And let me tell you, it was not really nice to understand how I felt, but they made me, I don't think that way anymore. Now I'm a complete different person. I took the time to be there for myself, to acknowledge those things. That's what I want you guys to understand, and to not fear. The moment you step into truth, you step out of illusion of who you are, and you step into truth of who you're gonna be. And this is for like all of your lifetime. Like, you're just gonna keep evolving and being better. And I swear, like, it makes you more emotional intelligent, you have more awareness, and it's like a beautiful thing, because not many people get to become aware of themselves so deeply. But I swear, in my mind, becoming aware is the most powerful thing ever, because like, you have the power to take control of yourself completely, completely. And you get to a point of like self-love of so intense, like, and just of awareness. And this gets you so far in life. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm telling you. Also, guys, when you become aware of yourself and you understand your shadow, your projections, when you become so aware of your life, and because of all of the inner work you've done within yourself, hard after to take things personal from other people. You might feel angry, you might feel certain emotions. Personally, for me, this made me realize that one of the reasons why I don't really care what people think of me is because most of them or are in their own projection. They don't even have the same level of awareness that I have. So for me, I don't care, because we'll never truly understand each other. And when you get to that point where you understand, no one will really ever understand you. The moment you give yourself ultimate freedom. And that is why making the work to do the awareness within yourself is so important, because most of us are not aware, are always taking things personal, are not willing to do this inner work because it contradicts how good we believe we are. Most of us are walking outside and we all think we're better than everyone, when in fact we're all the same. We were all born the same way, out of the belly of our moms, and that's it. We should stay humble and just strive to be the best version of ourselves, and get to a good level of awareness. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just genuinely changes your life. It gets you, first, you let go of your limiting beliefs. You understand your traumas, have more empathy for other people, more self-compassion, because personally for me, I have a good person in my life that I knew that was a narcissist. And before, I used to really hate them for what they've done to me and all of those things. But now I have empathy for them and I try to be nice to them. Why? Because I don't even know the amount of things they must have went through to become a narcissist. And the thing is, like, I don't even feel, and it's good because, like, you don't feel angry anymore for the people around you that have done you wrong and all of those things. Like, yeah, but you kind of, you wish them well because you have done the work within yourself to let go of the anger, to free yourself from all of the things that were stopping you to get to your ultimate freedom. And that's what I love about healing, about awareness, about always understanding the most I can about myself. I become a better person for the people around me, and I understand others more. And even if they'll never get to that level of awareness that I have, my duty in life is to help the others to believe in themselves and to to have this peace that I have. Like, I've helped myself and I'm still continuously helping myself. I have the power to help others. I think that's a beautiful thing because the moment you heal is the moment you can make other people hope and believe that they can as well, and that the world is beautiful. And I know we have not all went through the same things, so I'm not obviously talking for everyone, but the moment you realize the inner power you have just with awareness and understanding yourself, your traumas, your limiting beliefs, all of what you've went through and how it has made you who you are today, it's just immense power that not a lot of people realize. And I think it's the best thing I've done for myself, and that is why I don't want you guys to fear it, because fearing it is what's stopping you to having ultimate power and freedom towards your life and becoming a better person genuinely, with genuine intentions, that wants to help others, that loves life. Like, when you haven't healed, you mostly hate life, you hate others, you project everything onto others, you're the victim, you take everything personal because you have not healed. Everything here isn't processed. Your emotions are not processed. So how can you get forward when you stay in denial? And that is why many people become narcissists. They have went through so much shit in their life that after they never really understood how to deal with the pain. And I am not blaming them. I mean, not all of us have the power to understand that even awareness exists, therapy exists, and they might have not even believed they could help themselves that way because of how much they have went through. But that is why, like, you have to realize that it's either it fucking destroys you, you never heal, you stay in denial of who you are, or you fucking heal, you do the power to give yourself this ultimate freedom and power, and you become the best version of yourself. I'm telling you guys, I wasn't always like this, and now it's like I've matured so much so quickly because I've made the inner work. And obviously I am definitely not perfect, but I love understanding that I'm not perfect, and every day, like, it gets me this self-compassion, this self-love towards myself. Like, I don't know, it's just there's something about getting close to yourself when you've done the inner work that gets you so fulfilled, that gets you so in peace, and I want all of you guys to experience it. So this was the end of the video, my angels. I really hope this video helped you understand why awareness is important and why I believe in each one of you guys. I don't know what you have been through, but just know that you're capable of anything you have in mind. You're capable of anything you have in mind, and I know it's hard to start healing, to do the inner work, to cry, to be alone, to have to let go of certain people, of certain situations. But the moment you do it is the moment that in a few years, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be your ultimate best version of yourself you never thought you would be. And I'm telling you, there's nothing scary about awareness, because we all have our shadow. You have to understand that you are not a bad person for taking a certain way, for feeling a certain way, but understand that you're not alone. We all have things to improve, and the moment you let yourself understand yourself is the moment you bring yourself everything you've ever needed. So thank you, my angels. If you guys want to leave a little thumbs up, comment how you're gonna show up for yourself, or any comments of next videos you would want me to do, or like anything, you can let me know. It would support my channel. And yeah, so I love you all so much, guys, and just remember that I believe in all of you. I will see you all in another video.